So this is a grand strategy game that lets you pick any nation from 1337 to 1837 and try to survive and hopefully thrive for 500 years. The game is set on the biggest map that Paradox has ever made, with more than 1,000 playable countries. What makes this one different from earlier games is that it simulates individual people instead of using abstract numbers. So every person in your country actually exists and can die, work, starve or rebel. The game essentially starts you off in the late medieval period. These are just regular people you pull from the troops to fight in wars. The problem is that when they die, that person is gone forever from your population. The peasants become basic foot soldiers while nobles become knights. Eventually you can transition to standing armies made of professional soldiers who live in special buildings like armories. These guys can be trained and improved over time. Your armies are organized into flanks and reserves, and you can assign generals from your pool of characters to lead them. There are 4 main unit types. The infantry is your main fighting force, the cavalry for mobile attacks, the artillery of course is for damage and sieges, and auxiliaries are new to this game. The auxiliaries are basically support units like camp followers who let your army carry more food, but they slow you down a bit. Food and supply lines are actually important now. Your armies carry food with them but need to gather more from friendly territory. If you are somewhere without supplies, then your troops will suffer from disease and starvation. The weather matters too. For example, winter storms can trap your army, freeze coastal waters so you can walk across them, and they can also block mountain passes completely. Now the population system is the heart of everything. The game groups individual people into pops based on the social class, religion and culture. There are around 30,000 locations on the map and about 300 religions with thousands of cultures. The pops do all the work in your country. They farm food, work in factories, fill your armies, and generate tax money. They can move between social classes depending on what jobs are available. The different classes do different things. Peasants and laborers work production buildings, while the clerics work in churches and help with research. So the culture and religion matter for gameplay. To take this a step further, your state religion affects how happy your pops are and influences diplomacy with other countries. And the religion even ties into your technology early on. The cultures have both influence and tradition. Influence is how impressive you look to others and helps you convert pops, while tradition is how strong your culture's identity is and helps you resist conversion. The game allows you to sponsor artists who create works of art that boost your cultural stats. Other countries can even steal or destroy these artworks during wars. The diplomacy uses diplomats as a currency that regenerates over time. Bigger diplomatic actions cost more diplomats to maintain. You can form alliances, arrange royal marriages, build spy networks, and threaten other countries. The game has a trust system based on your values, culture, religion, or past actions. You can declare rivals and use the favor system to ask countries to help in wars or money. At the beginning, the game is designed that you can't just fabricate claims easily, because you poor bastard need your parliament's backing through a prepare for war action. The game furthermore has these international organizations like the Holy Roman Empire, which has over 300 member states, or the Catholic Church with almost 500 members. These have their own laws and special mechanics. And finally, the trade aspect has dozens of different goods and resources. You have to feed your growing population or trade surplus food to other countries. So basically everything is very much connected, and the game gives you tons of freedom to decide how you want to play. And since the game simulates everything in detail, you can't just ignore problems and hope they go away. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.